What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zamboni. I am an herbalist and astrologer here in New York City, and I am here to talk about the week ahead in astrology with you. So make sure to follow me here on Instagram. Make sure to follow me on Patreon as well, and check out my Patreon. I am doing an Astro Basics course there where you can help to figure out what all of this sort of thing means for you specifically, and how to sort of like use these energies for your greatest purpose. So check me out in both of those places. And so let's talk about the week. So there's a new moon that is very important that starts out the beginning of the week. So this is going to be on Monday for most of us, and it's a new moon in Cancer. So we just had a new moon in Cancer at the very beginning of Cancer season. Right on the solstice, we had a new moon that was actually a solar eclipse in Cancer. And so this is our first new moon in Cancer that has not been eclipsed in like a year and a half, maybe a little longer. It's been a long, long time. And so this is cute from that angle. This is like a nice, it's a little bit less destabilizing than a typical eclipse might be. It feels nice. New moon in Cancer is really a lot about sort of like learning to take care of yourself and beginning a new cycle around taking care of yourself. But this one in particular, this new moon in Cancer is opposite to Saturn in Capricorn, pretty exactly to the degree. And so this is a little less like huggy, nice, like, oh, it feels so good, Cancer. And it's a little more like, I don't trust all that, you stay out sort of vibes here. Sometimes self-care and nurturing yourself means saying no to other things. It means saying no to doing too much work. It means saying no to people who are sort of energetic vampires for you. Anytime there are people who want you to overextend, or projects that look so enticing, but you know that you don't have the time for it. This is a good energy under which to sort of like put a stop to that, put some boundaries up. I've heard a lot recently about like the nap ministry and resting as self-care and as as a political act of like loving yourself and being the best that you can be as a result of saying no to other things and just stopping and resting. So the new moon in Cancer opposite to Saturn in Capricorn is very good for putting up these kinds of boundaries and just saying no to stuff and taking that nap if that's what you need. So or eating something that like actually nourishes you. That ideally it's not something that just feels comfortable, but something that like actually makes you stronger as well. This is a good time to work on that kind of thing. If you want to set an intention for this to sort of like move into the month, then this can be a good thing to do. So we're back to doing new moon intentions and stuff. We don't do that during eclipse season, but this is not an eclipse. And so if you want to do your new moon intentions, then like this is a great time to do that, especially for these topics that we've been discussing. So it's not super like fun time. There is that sort of like finger waggy or like boundary, like no, that kind of energy. But then moving forward in the week, then the sun is going to move into Leo. And this is very exciting. This is very exciting for all Leo people. Happy birthday, Leo people. It's your time to shine. I know you think that it's always your time to shine, but especially now, right? Leo. So the sun in Leo is one of the best things about 2020 this year. We've had some really rough configurations, and we've got some more on the way as far as 2020 is concerned. But the sun in Leo doesn't really have to mess with all that sort of stuff. Leo is off axis from Capricorn, so the sun is going to be able to sort of blissfully be unaware of the wild and crazy raucous time that Saturn and Capricorn is having, especially conjoining Pluto and squaring Mars and Aries, right? All that is going on. It's kind of a lot. There's, potential for violence and repression and all sorts of stuff with that. But the sun in Leo is kind of off axis from that. Doesn't really have to deal with Saturn too much. It's in a trine aspect to Mars and Aries. That's the nicest relationship that these two have all year. So this is really a good opportunity to do sun things. Sun things often include warming up, receiving attention, performing at your best. The sun in Leo is very performative, right? And again, I don't mean performative to mean fake. I mean performative just like as like the performance, the actual act of doing the thing, especially if there are eyes, especially if people can see you doing whatever it is that you're doing. If you are in a moment where you're trying to generate something, you're trying to get something going, we've got a nice waxing moon this week. And so between the waxing moon and the sun in Leo, there's really a good opportunity for warming things up, for generating things, for getting some some attention and adoration, getting some help from a king or authority figure or celebrity or something like that. This is a good time to do that sort of thing. When I think about this is a great time to fake it till you make it, right? That's kind of what like a performative component can bring for you. One thing, like I think a lot about, there have been studies that have come out that show that people who sort of adopt a posture of victory, like if you stand in the mirror and you like are triumphant and you just like believe and you look in your eyes and you like believe in your own triumph and then go out, then you're more likely to triumph, right? That is the sun in Leo doing the thing. You're like looking at it, you're feeling it, you're performing the triumph, and then going out and doing it. This is a great week to do that sort of exercise all throughout your life. Make yourself believe that you are winning, and then go out there and fucking win. So that is the most exciting stuff that's going on this week. I'm pretty excited about it. The sun in Leo is going to be pretty great for a lot of people and for a lot of the things that I personally am trying to get done. And so, and so on my Patreon, I do an electional report where I talk about the best times to launch projects and stuff like that. And this period of the sun in Leo has some really nice elections in there. So, check me out on Patreon and, support at the electional tier, and you'll be able to get that document. And I do that every month, to help you sort of, get the most success out of your things by simply starting them at the right time. So I do that on Patreon. Make sure and follow me here on Instagram. I write daily about what's going on in the heavens, and so you can get some insights as to what's happening today specifically in doing that. And I love to feature artists from the area. So also if you're an artist, you have some art that you'd like to see on my page or my feed or something like that, then definitely send it to me, hit me up. I would love to feature you on the page. Thank you so much for supporting this community project, everyone. And thanks so much to everybody who sends me a tip every once in a while. I appreciate you so much. And I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Check you later.